Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to have a very special meeting. We will have a reverse meeting. So in Toastmasters, anywhere you go to any part of the world, the meeting structure and the flow is same. But we want to challenge ourselves. Many of us have been doing this role for a long time, having seen this. So we want to do something different. And so the reverse meeting comes into place. And for this particular meeting, also the role players had briefing and demo dry run for the last weekend. For 2 times we have met. So that requires certain kinds of again networking and challenges to come out of the comfort zone. So the whole flow will be opposite, especially for the guests. So this is not a typical meeting. So certain things when you come on the another meeting, it will be the proper format. Today, first the presiding officer will come, close the meeting. Then the general evaluator will give the feedback on which the other people they will accordingly act themselves. Generally, the general evaluator will come at the end. So that's just a brief about that. And should I say to kickstart or to close? I'll call upon the presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster Vinny.
Good evening. I hope you had a great fun today and you must have enjoyed today's meeting. Before I end the meeting, I would like to thank our education Toastmaster Libby and Sangeeta Shruti for making that agenda. So I declare the meeting as closed. May I request the general evaluator the day come now?
Toastmaster.
Toastmaster of the day. May I request the Toastmaster of the day, Kanish, to come and close the meeting now with his closing remarks on the theme of the day.
I hope all of you guys enjoyed today's session on branding. We looked at some of the corporates who were involved in the branding and how branding is leveraged by the companies. We had a quiz session also on the branding, and I'm very thankful to all of you who participated. And during the break, gave me a very positive and effective feedback that you enjoyed the session. I was very happy to hear all those feedback. And who did not get to connect with me during the break can connect with me before the meeting to give me the feedback. And we also look, apart from corporates, how individuals can use the power of personal branding, and especially we Toastmasters who are striving in this art of how we can articulate our thoughts as people who are looking how we can sharpen our word visibly, can use this particular skill to harness personal branding. So I would like to thank each and every one of you and hope that going forward, whatever we discuss in today's session, you will apply for your own personal branding and today. And I would now like to thank General Evaluator for giving an amazing session and feedback. Indeed, it is true when they say that breakfast is the evaluation is the breakfast of the champions, and it is true for Toastmasters as well. I am sure myself included, all of us today will include the feedback which was given by General Evaluator Toastmaster on.
Time for my overall evaluation of today's meeting. We started on time exactly 5 p.m. That is great. And then Sajid comes and state the mission statement of Toastmaster and the ground rules of Toastmaster meeting. Toastmaster meeting with a smiling face and energetic approach. That was a great start. Then presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster winner. As usual, funny and creative in his own way, he shared one inspiring story with all of us and acknowledged each and every guest, interacted with them. He did a really great job on his role. Then, Toastmaster of the day, extraordinary person in our admin club. The power of branding, what a theme, which is very, very useful in today's era. Because everyone has to have as a personal brand in a social environment. So, he elaborated on the theme. Then he mentioned why personal branding is important in everyone's life. Then he shared some examples, interacted with guests with some questions. That was really good. Also mentioned the structure of Toastmasters meeting. Then some tips about how to be a personal brand. That was very useful for the audience. I have few recommendations for Toastmasters Sanish. If he can share some facts about personal branding, that will be also great. And he can have smile on his face more often. So that will be great for Toastmaster of the day. That is the only two recommendations for him. Next is table topic master, Toastmaster Rohidas. Toastmaster Rohidas came on stage with, as usual, his energy, high energy. Started with mentioning what his table topic is all about. That is very beneficial for the point of view of guest. Then also you urge each and everyone to use word of the day. That is very positive. Then your topics were quite simple and you interacted with every speaker after their speech. That was a positive point. I have only two recommendations for you. You forget to mention the timing guidelines for Toastmasters because guests didn't have any idea about this table topic and how they can stop their speech. So that is a one feedback for you. Second is one of the topics is very long. Like your favorite movie. Who is your favorite actor in that movie? And favorite song in that movie. That is quite long. But still, Toastmaster winner did very well in that topic. So, overall, the session was quite very interesting, and everyone wants to participate in that. So that was a quite successful table topic session. And now I'm going to thank my tag team because they did a very good job in their work, especially the grammar for today's meeting. Everyone used word of the day and phrase of the day. Also, you mentioned outstanding words. But I have one recommendation for you. Don't mention name if anyone uses improper usage of grammar. So, thank you, Toastmaster Village, for your detailed grammar.
Thank you, it was really a pleasure to listen to all of you. And this is the first time since I joined the club that all the attendees have used the word of the day and phrase of the day. Now, let us see that some good usage of the word. So, Toastmaster Vinay used the word perpetuate and precursor. Toastmaster Sinish used the word tailspin, descent. Toastmaster Vidya used the word relish and onerous. Toastmaster Ramesh used the word ardent and sublime. Now let's look at grammatical incorrect usage. So Toastmaster Vidya used the word, use the sentence, the manager told Vidya and I to talk with her. It should be the manager told Vidya and I to talk with her. And another grammatical mistake and less than 20 members showed up for the meeting. It should be fewer than 20 members showed up for the meeting. Thank you.
Now I'm going to invite Navi for today's Toastmaster dinner. Thank you, Toastmaster Divya, for your detailed report on our counter, and she's doing her role for the first time. Very well done. Thank you.
Toastmaster Navi used 8 9 or 9. Toastmaster Vinay used 13 array. Toastmaster Tanish used 15 1. Toastmaster Amrita said 5 Toastmaster Ruchi said 9 and. Toastmaster Neeraj said 2 so and 2 you know. Toastmaster Divya said 5 and 2 Toastmaster Praveen said 2 or no. Toastmaster Sanjeev, his favorite word was okay and he used it 5 times. Toastmaster Dharmesh said 5 well and 6 and. Toastmaster Vidya said 4 hooks. Toastmaster Kunal said 5 and 7 I would like to thank Toastmaster Amrita.
Now I'm going to invite our counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Divya. And thank you, Toastmaster Ruchi, for your timing.
So I present the timing report for the evaluators. Toastmaster Sanjeev, 3 minutes, disqualified. Toastmaster Ramesh, 3 minutes, 30. Okay, I'm ready to go.
I'll not.
Toastmaster Sanjeev, 3 minutes. This is evaluation.
2 to 3 minutes.
3 minutes, disqualified. Toastmaster Ramesh, you are qualified. This 3 minutes, 32 seconds. And actually, notice when I show the red card, you start speaking very fast. Anyway, there was a delay of this. And. Yeah. 1 minute, 30 seconds. So you're not qualified. It's very difficult to evaluate Toastmaster Vinay's speech. Toastmaster Sanish, you are qualified. 3 minutes 20. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Now I'm going to invite timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Ruchi. And now we can come forward to our session of evaluation. So we started with Toastmaster Sanish to evaluate speech given by Toastmaster Kunal. Toastmaster Sanish, I'm really amazed by your clarity of thoughts and genuine feedback for Toastmaster Kunal. But please elaborate on the body language part. That is the one information for you. Thank you for your detailed feedback for Toastmaster Kunal.
Toastmaster Kunal met his project objective. He was attempting a project objective where he has to give a speech on any topic, and he was able to meet that particular speech, and he was well within the time as well. Now, what I liked about this speech was the topic which was set. he selected a personal story. And the first thing which we learn in Toastmasters is that personal stories are very unique. Rather than taking a macro story, a personal story helps us to connect with it. It is a story we are hearing for the first time. And Toastmaster Kunal was able to do that. The second thing which I learned about was he talked about his family and he brought his family in this particular scene. So I again like that fact that though it is in level 1, he was able to do that. The way he used descriptive language, again that showed. We all know that Toastmaster Kunal also writes blogs and he's a very articulate writer. So in today's speech, I could see that his word visibility was coming across when he was giving the speeches. Now, as a speaker, we are also looking for feedback. Now, a couple of things which I would like to suggest to Toastmaster Kunal for the speech going forward is in terms of covering the speech. I felt that he was restricting himself just to be in this particular area because he was afraid that since it's being recorded, he might be just recorded and not get recorded. So rather than over here, if you see there are more areas, you can have come over bit over here. And another thing is I felt you were just focusing on couple of initial benches. So you could have zigzag so that you have eyesight throughout the whole audience. So overall an amazing speech. You had a good message, a personal story supported by personal story. You brought in good usage of words and in terms of recommendation, just by focusing upon more stage coverage, I think we are going to see great speeches going in. And with that, I would like to thank Jeff.
Now I'm going to invite first evaluator for Toastmaster Kunal, Toastmaster Sanish. Then, thank you, Toastmaster Dharmesh. So, thank you, Toastmaster Vidya. As usual, very genuine feedback on a speech given by DTM Vinay. And I don't know why you started with a little bit of dance in your evaluation. And you recommended to take a pause, but where to take a pause? You can give example on that. So overall, very genuine feedback. I really liked it. Thank you, Toastmaster Vidya.
I hereby end my evaluation. Thank you. What do you expect from DTM Vinay's speech? What I expect is a great title and a great opening. But today, it was greater. What an opening and what a title, interesting title. It is said that well begun is half done. If the start is great, the audience is almost there with you till the end. So great opening. And then with that, you sprinkled humor. You had examples throughout your speech. Regarding the opening, I remember an incident. Manager and I went to a meeting. But it was onerous situation. But I relished the meeting. I have some important points that you can consider to improve. One is work on conclusion. Your opening was good, but work on the conclusion. Now, the way you said, "Aaj meri yaar ki shaadi hai," you could have put some more energy. Oops. "Aaj meri yaar ki shaadi hai, aaj meri yaar ki shaadi." You could have put energy. When you danced like this, you showed some steps. You could have involved the audience and told them to join you in those steps. You could have done that so that the audience is also involved in your speech. To summarize, great opening, great title, examples. You had humor, but some conclusion and energy in few dialogues. I now start my evaluation. Thank you, Amrita, for inviting me on the stage. Oops.
Now I'm going to invite Toastmaster Vidya to evaluate the speech given by DTM Vinay. And thank you, Ramesh, for sharing your valuable feedback on speech given by Toastmasters Praveen. I really like your communication style, but you forget to conclude your evaluation. So you can work on that on your next meeting. Thank you.
I'm wondering why only less than 20 people have attended the meeting. I don't know the reason why. What is effective communication? Effective communication is the one in which the communicator is able to the receiver is able to effectively understand what the communicator wanted to say. So I would like to say that today my speaker, Toastmaster Praveen, his speech was effective and he communicated well the motive or the objective that he wanted to comply with. There are several things which I like about his speech. First thing was the structure of his speech. It was very good. It had a good beginning, very good body, and also the conclusion was very effective. And the adroit way in which you gave your speech was very sublime. The second thing, what I like about your speech was that you gave very good examples and story, but also human story. So the story, the examples are good in the sense that you are explaining a difficult concept. So example will help you understand the concept, and also the story that makes your speech very interesting. The third thing, what I would like to tell you, the good thing that I like is that you remain calm during the time in the middle of your speech. Vidya and Libby, they were discussing something about elections, but still you maintain your calmness and give your speech without any hesitation and without getting any distractions. I have two suggestions for you. First one is the stage movement. In the sense that you are just standing on one place and giving your speech. So I would recommend that you can have some stage movement like at the beginning. You can use in the center. Then after that, maybe you can talk to this side of the audience. And again, you can go this side and talk to this side of the audience. And again, at the end, you can stay here. So you make easier on the stage. Don't move continuously, but also ensure that you have some movements. Second thing, that suggestion I would like to give you is that for some reason, at the end of your conclusion in last two lines, for some reason you are scratching your body for some reason. So I would like to tell you that stop doing that because it is not a good gesture. So I would like to say that this is what the suggestion I would like to give. And so overall a very good speech, and you can improve on these two suggestions that I gave you, and this will make your speech very effective. So I would like to give you this feedback and all the best to you. Thank you.
Now I'm going to invite Toastmaster Ramesh to give his evaluation on speech given by Toastmaster Praveen. Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjeev, for your detailed feedback of the speech given by Toastmaster Divya. I really feel that your recommendations are needed for Toastmaster Divya, but I don't know why you shared some funny story in between. It is not relevant to Divya's speech. That is the only one recommendation for me. Thank you for sharing your detailed feedback on his speech.
What an amazing speech given by Divyang Piyush, Toastmaster Divyang Piyush. I knew from the start the moment you walk into the stage, you would set the stage. So I can't imagine that this is your first icebreaker speech. We all were enthralled and thought to the limits. Everybody who I could see was with mouth open, jaw dropping experience for everybody. I can't imagine really that this is your first speech ever. The kind of confidence that was oozing out of you when you were there on the stage, the kind of stage presence you captured the entire length and breadth of the stage. You ensure that everybody were addressing, everybody is looking at you. Your voice modulation was absolutely on the spot, perfect. You took the right pitch, right tone. The voice quality and the sound was very nice. You also checked in whether you're audible at the back. Everything was, every check boxes you ticked before you started the speech. Body language was superb. Couple of improvement areas also. Nothing much, but I could pinpoint on only one or two things. That would be a double value for you. Okay. Okay. So, reduce the use of filler words like okay, right? And try not to be on the stage. You slip and fall, and I don't know whether there is a first aid box or something. You will get into it. So that is also one more thing that I would want to caution you for. And I think 2 okays are more left. Okay. Okay. One more short story I would like to share before we So it so happened that during my icebreaker speech, I was just like you, full of confidence. Speech I got best speaker award. Every good thing happened, and the moment I started, people stood up, and then people clapped. So, but I was doing the same thing. I was got onto the edge of the stage and I fell. That time there was no medication available with the first. I had to be rushed to nearby hospital. Get me to the emergency room and all these things were done. So that was one memorable experience, not so good memories. Take care of that. Thank you.
Now I'm going to invite Toastmaster Sanjeev to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Sanjeev. And good evening, each and everyone, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today I'm going to serve you as a general evaluator for today's speech. And as a general evaluator, it's my responsibility to evaluate the overall quality of the meeting with my faculty and my evaluators. So, thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for the warm introduction.
How many of you joined after 5 today? This meeting? So for them, and just a reiteration. So today's meeting is a different meeting. It's a reverse meeting. So whatever happens is happening in the reverse order. So you might feel a slight disconnect. So just a disclaimer sharing. Now I would like to invite the general evaluator, Toastmaster Amrita. We Toastmasters always appreciate a good feedback, and Toastmaster Amrita is an amazing general evaluator who has attended more than 200 meetings in 1 month. So who else can we have apart from general evaluator Amrita to be today's general evaluator? Now, before evaluation, now Toastmaster Amrita is someone who has a YouTube channel. She's a content creator, and her goal is to create financial literacy across India through this platform. Now, how many people over here are using personal brand? Can I see a raise of hands? 2, 3 people. How many people would like to use personal brand? I see a couple of hands. Just to reiterate a couple of points which we have already discussed earlier in the meeting. We all have connected and joined in Toastmasters because we want to speak better. And we are also looking at this platform where we can increase the net. Reach out to the people who are to the left of your interview. Ask their name and send them a Facebook, Instagram, or a LinkedIn request. the first tip. I would say the reiteration of the tip which I had earlier shared with the video. So do that. So that is one of the things that connect with the people. Start from here. How many people have received a best speaker or best evaluator anything previously? How many of you got a ribbon for anything? Have you guys shared it on the social media? Why not? You are investing your time, effort on a weekend for your personal growth in communication and leadership. Why not show it out to the world that you are how you are spending your time productively on your own self? So one of the ways of showing your personal brand out there is the productive things what you are investing your time. So start doing that. Now I'd like to thank our table topic master for conducting an amazing session. Everybody was enjoying, and please help me. And I would like to thank table topic master Rohidas.
Thank you all the 6 speakers for the amazing speech that you have delivered today. I learned something that all of the speeches that you have delivered today, the table topic speeches, it proved that you people are adroit when it comes to performing for table topics. The best part about today's table topic speeches was that everybody started the speech in less than 2 seconds. They didn't even thought for 5-10 seconds. That is something I really loved about today's table topics. And thank you, Toastmaster Ruchi, for the amazing timer report you gave.
Good evening, everyone. Always our thinking. Good evening, everyone. I present the timer report for the table topic speakers. So, guest Rehan, 1 minute 20 seconds, disqualified. Toastmaster Patil Pani, 3 minutes. He is not qualified. He spoke for too long. Toastmaster Vinay, 4 minutes, is also not qualified. Toastmaster Vinay, I know you like to speak a lot. For you, red card, I was giving you a hint that you're overshooting your time, but still you kept us. Guest Spoon, 1 minute, disqualified. Toastmaster Ajay, 50 seconds, is not qualified. Yes, you speak very less. The audience will cheering you up that you speak. Still yes, because within 1 minute, that's fine. Toastmaster Libby, you're qualified. There's 1 minute. Actually, don't mark it.
Now I would like to call upon timer for the day to share the timer report for our table topics. Thank you, Toastmaster Libby, for delivering such a motivating speech today. Thank you.
Talking about movies, one of my favorite genre of movies is the superhero genre. And in that, I particularly like the Marvel series and the Avengers to be more specific. And among the Avengers, Black Widow is my favorite. She is an adroit spy, Russian spy. She is absolutely kick-ass, and I wish, I could actually do stunts like she does and look as cool as she does when she's on screen. Now, Black Widow, or Romanov as people know her, she was a Russian spy. She changed over to the good side, and she became part of the Avengers. What I feel is we can take something from this in the sense that it is always not necessary that if we make a mistake in life, that has to continue and follow us through whatever we do in life. It is up to us to decide, this is it, this is how I am going to change, this is how I am going to make my life better, and be successful in whatever it is that we are doing. That's all I have to say.
Toastmaster Libby. It's me, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay, for being here. You made it for the team today. Thank you.
So any of you guys have ever been put in a come out of the comfort zone situation? Anyone? Nobody? Okay. So I'm gonna give you a hint. You have to guess a club's name. Okay. So I've been a part of a club, super auspicious, excellent club. The pointers I would say is it conducts its meetings on every Saturday, alternate Saturday. It has a section mainly table topic masters. Can anyone guess the name of the club? You're attending the club right now. Anyone can guess the name of the club?
Still no. You have no clue what you're talking about.
So the club's name is Toastmasters, which I'm a part of. And one day I was, put in a weirdly out of comfort zone situation in it. A representative came to me and told me you have to, attempt a table topic speaker out of nowhere. And I was very shocked at that moment because I was not prepared for the table topic speaker. So that dealing in such out of comfort zone situations requires you to be a sort of adroit way. I think 50 seconds. That would be all from my end. Thank you.
Toastmaster Ajay. My second word, Agner Toastmaster. My second word, Agner Toastmasters, Toastmasters Ajay. Yes, oh. Amazing energy scene. Great. Thank you for such a beautiful speech.
Pleasure all mine. A very famous saying by a wonderful man called as Bhagat Singh. Sir kata sakte hai, lekin sir jukha sakte nahi. But sadly, what's happened in this point in time, everybody's bowed down to a very stupid object called as a phone. So that is something that I'm going to talk about. So this phone is something like, I happened to travel by train today, and I was seeing everybody was all bowed down to a stupid gadget called as a phone. I think that due to the phone, yes, there are a lot of perks, but I don't think so it should be called a phone anymore. Reason being that it is not only used for connecting with people, now it has been a biggest distraction is what I can feel. Yes, I do doom scroll a lot. I'm sure you all must be doing it, but that is such a waste of time. So what I did 2 weeks ago, I just went ahead and deleted all my social media apps, and I feel more connected with people. And when I was not actually, when I had those apps installed in my phone. So this is basically the topic that I thought of talking about. The biggest thing that I want to talk about is technology that has changed over the period of time. I'm a 90s kid. I think that's the most trending topic on the social media. So I would want to talk about, I have seen technology developing from maybe a cassette, video game to a PlayStation, and nowadays some high-end graphic gamings on that you can see time after time. Apart from that, I have seen a fat screen TV being changed to a small LCD, basically TV. And I have seen from telephones to a mobile phone. So I guess there has been a lot of development, there has been a lot of changes, but I just hope that if people start using technology only to their benefits and not a mode of distraction and not misusing it as what's happening today. Thank you so much.
Yes, oh. Gadgets, I hate them. Gadgets, I hate them.
Me too. Correct.
Toastmaster Vinay, what a witty speech it was. Amazing.
You know, everyone who joined the meeting after 5 is thinking, "क्या हो क्या है बे?" So when I was entering the campus today, this guy, and there was a festival going on. The guy was standing there said, "Sir, I cut." I was so happy that he asked me for an icon. Thought yes, I'm a student. I was very happy about that. So I will thank Toastmaster Sony for suggesting the hair dye. It really was very much able for the hair dye that he suggested. Now coming to the topic, everyone knows there is a holy festival coming around, right? So what is the most important ingredient to make a holy festival successful? Color. So my friends, because I look so young, I am so young, they suggested that I should be hosting and creating that event of Holi for all my friends. And I took that responsibility. Like she suggested, the most important ingredient is bhang. So that is something which I am fetching. For anyone who knows how to get bhang here, please let me know after the meeting. Okay, thank you. And anyone who tried bhang, can I see a hand? Okay, anyone who tried marijuana, ganja, charas, we'll take it off. So I was very curious, what is this bhang about? Why is it legal? Why is marijuana, weed, and hash not legal? So I was very curious and I was googling about it, and I realized that it was a super nice thing which is banned in India. Okay, so it was the alcohol lobby which actually thought it is counterproductive for their sales and they wanted it to be banned in India, and that's how it falls into the narcotics hard drugs category. But if you compare between marijuana and alcohol, marijuana is arguably not very good, but better than the alcohol side. So alcohol is not good for the society because drink and drive, get into violence, whereas marijuana keeps a person stoned. Technically, it is better because it's stoned, it is less harmful to the society. You don't get into violence. You are not capable to get into violence because you're stoned. Now, the second side is people die because of alcohol. Alcoholism is a very serious issue in our society, and it is harmful for the body. On the other side, marijuana really is not harmful, as bad as tobacco. It can be taxed, you can make a lot of revenue out of it. There are countries who actually influenced it to be banned in India, getting it legal now. In the West, there are a lot of countries where it is legal. I'm so in love with red flags that I don't care what she's doing. With my speech, I have to complete 4 minutes. So, if you have a darker red, if you want to bring that. But with that, yes, I am starting a pledge. I will be starting an online campaign to legalize marijuana. I would love all your support, and anyone who wants to contribute towards this cause, please do contact me after this. Thank you.
Toastmaster Vinay. My illusions and their darker sides. My illusions and their darker sides, Toastmaster Vinay. Yes, Rehan, what a fantastic speech delivered. Excellent.
Hi everyone. So this is my first speech, so I'm really excited to talk in front of you. So I'm going to talk to you about my journey of learning English. So I have studied in Marathi medium, so English was always a challenge. And I never intentionally tried to learn also because that time we all were hesitant to even learn and even talk because it was always very fun. But I was able to get good scores in 10th standard. That's why I was able to get into a very good college, Swami Vivekananda Chendu. When I joined there, I was classmates with very smart people. They were always joining contests, debates, and I was in a corner with a group of people similar like me. Okay. So they are not that, they were similar to me, so I felt comfortable and I was with them. And again, I never learned them. I remember one incident when I was giving my viva. Professor asked me, "Are you having fast?" It was the same time in Ramzan. And the only meaning I knew that time of fast is fast. So I said, "Okay, I will speak. I will speak slow." That was embarrassing, but yeah. And Okay, so the whatever English I have learned in my corporate journey because I'm a software engineer, so I have to watch a lot of YouTube videos of technical and other stuff. And even I started watching a lot of English dramas, so I learned all my English from there. From last 2 years, what happening? I have been given leadership roles. I have been leading a team of 8, 9 people. So now I have understood I don't have to just speak, which I'm doing right now. I have to be able to articulate myself even better, so that when I speak, whoever is listening really understand what I'm saying. So that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Yes, Rehan. My motivation, yes, Rehan. Toastmaster Padma. What an informative speech delivered today. Thank you so much. This information helps us all a lot.
Good evening, everyone. I'm architect by profession, and architects are always architect. So, if you are a human being, you need to deal with architecture. If you are staying at home, that home must be built by some architect. If you are staying at hostel, that hostel must be built by some architect. If you are going to school, the school must be built by some architect. If you are going to mall, that is also built by architect. Visiting hotel, that is also built by architect. So, human beings always need 3 things: clothing, shelter, you need shelter, you need food. So initially, human history started, so human beings started in stone and they used to live in caves. Then gradually they evolved. Now we live in skyscrapers. So there is famous saying by one of the famous architects: we shape our buildings, and buildings shape us. So what is the meaning? If you live at any place, that shapes our thoughts, that shapes our behavior, that shapes our growth. So we need to be choosing where we live. Then one more thing, important thing, for functioning architecture. So our homes cannot be same as our schools, schools cannot be same as our hospital, hospital cannot be same as hotels, and hotel cannot be same as retail. Everything has to be different. Everything has to be designed according to the function. And one more thing, there is identity given by architecture. If you go to any place, if you go to some, for example, Konkan area, that has some architecture that is located. If you go to Rajasthan, that has different architecture. You can see a beautiful stone building with wonderful architecture like carvings. Even countries have that identity. If you go to Dubai, what is the image that comes to your mind? Which country? If you go to USA, what is the image that comes to your mind? If you go to Egypt, that every structure is built by an architect. So architecture gives identity to human being, to place, or to the country. So you need to be careful while choosing your architect or your architect, because that creates your identity. And if you don't choose it carefully, there will be double identity. Thank you.
Do you find art in infrastructure? Do you find art in infrastructure, Toastmaster Padma? I see. So here we are at our next segment of table topics. How many of you love table topics? Delivering, coming here and delivering. This part of your things. This is, I have always used to say that the biggest fear of human being is death. Second biggest fear is public speaking. This is the third biggest fear. So guys, I would urge everyone to come over here today and just release yourself from that fear. Now, what exactly is table topics? Table topics is a session where you'll be coming on the stage and will speak impromptu based on the topic that we will be sharing over here. So, yes, who would like to come? This is what I will ask, and then one by one you can come and start delivering your speeches. Okay. Thank you, Toastmasters of the day, for such a great introduction. Thank you so much.
And now I would like to invite today's table topic master. Just recently conducted a Toastmaster of the session on an online club, and a very positive and affirmative response was received for him. And our president and VP said that we want him today either as Toastmaster of the day, if not, then as table topic master. So please help me welcome with a warm round of applause Toastmaster Rohita. Now, when I asked Toastmaster Rohidas if he was a brand or a company, what would his friends or people who know him would resonate? And he shared that name of Wipro. So, does anybody know the tagline of Wipro? Applying thought. Applying thought. And now we will continue to play a few quiz. As I mentioned, anybody who want to say the answer, you have to raise your hand. We don't want a chaos out here. So I'll be mentioning either the company's name or a tagline, and you have to guess the other. Daag ache. And. So you have to raise your hand, only then we will get. स्वाद जिंदगी के.
I want eggs.
What is the tagline of Navi? No. And raise your hand. So one disclaimer, as I mentioned at the beginning, I have referred to the Google and taken the tagline. So that is the difference between tagline and slogan. Tagline is something which stays with the organization for a long period of time. Slogan is something for a short-oriented campaign they are running. And for this 2 hours, whatever I say is right. Nobody is allowed to Google. So coming back to banking. Tagline. You didn't Google. That's it. Now, I would like to thank the timer for providing the timing reports. Please help. Please.
Good evening, everybody. Today, all the speakers were adroit in the time management skills, and they all are qualified. Toastmaster Divya, 6 minutes. Toastmaster Praveen. Toastmaster Divya, 6 minutes. Toastmaster Praveen, 5 minutes, 52 seconds. DTM minute, 7. Toastmaster Divya, 6 minutes. Toastmaster Praveen, 5 minutes, 52 seconds. DTM minute, 7 minutes, 2 seconds. Toastmaster Kunal, 6 minutes. Thank you, Toastmaster.
And now, with that, we concluded our prepared speech session. And now I would like to thank Toastmaster Kunal for giving an amazing speech. Please help me thank
evening, everyone. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you see this box? Delicious.
Yummy.
Butter pav bhaji. Butter chicken. Butter sada dosa. You know, butter adds taste to our food. You agree?
Yes.
But when you apply a same butter on people, how does that work? Let me show you that. Toastmaster Livy. Your hard work, dedication towards this club is incredible. So the moment you come here and you deliver your speech, it is just mesmerizing. Toastmaster Livy, I was just thinking, there's only one project left for me in level 1. After this, can I get a slot next week? Can you try at least? So, that's what I was doing here. I was trying to influence Toastmaster Livy to get a speech slot at the next meeting. It did not work, as was expected. So, what is buttering here? Okay, before I go ahead, disclaimer. Whatever appreciation I just told her, in spite of the fact that it was from the reference of buttering, that they were really genuine. Big round of applause first. So what is buttering? Buttering is influencing someone, get some favors done. And most of us, we have done this with our friends, with our family. Let me give you an example from my real example from my family. Whenever I wanted to eat palak paneer, I always used to tell them, you are the best mother in this world. Can you prepare palak paneer today? Or with friends, you are very helpful, yeah. Give me 500 and next week I will give you. So this kind of buttering is very normal. We use it with our family and friends. Let me share you another example from my real life. I mean, the real time example from my life. And for that, so the scenario is, I'm attending a parents-teacher meeting for my daughter. Here it starts. Good morning, ma'am. How are you? Good morning, Mr. Radha. I'm good. How are you? I'm good, ma'am. Ma'am, how is Dhyana doing? She's doing good, Mr. Radha, but she's very talkative. She keeps talking to her partner. I keep warning her, but she's not listening. Just imagine, Mr. Radha, there are 50 plus kids. If they don't listen, how do I manage them? Yeah, ma'am, I'll speak to her. Thank you for your help. This was one of the scenarios. Now let me give you the same scenario with buttering. Good morning, ma'am. How are you? Good morning, Mr. Radha. I'm good. How are you? I'm good, ma'am. Ma'am, let me tell you first. The concept, the way you teach the science concept, it's just extraordinary. I mean, I don't have to spend efforts on the revision for my daughter. And you just give them examples, experiments. Thank you so much for your help, ma'am. Thank you so much. Oh, my pleasure, Mr. Radha. Thank you. Ma'am, how is Jana doing? She's a very bright child, Mr. Radha. She's doing well. She's concentrating well. But she's a little bit more talkative. You just give her that feedback. If she talks more, she's not able to concentrate. So she has to concentrate more. Right? If you just tell her not to talk much with her partner. Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much for it. So, friends, you see the same reaction just done in a very mild way with buttering. And this is a proven psychology fact. When someone praises you, you are bound to give that positive vibration to that person. Whether the praise is real or it's just artificial. You just like to hear the praise. Now, one thing, coming to the serious topic of this is, I have seen buttering being used in the work culture. Many of you many of you use buttering towards a boss to get some kind of favor in terms of promotion, pay hike, and that's not really right according to me. Because if you want to have a good bonus, pay hike, that should be your hard work that should be speaking for you and not this buttering technique. You may be very good at influencing people, but you are indirectly depriving someone of those benefits who's more hardworking than you. So please don't use this buttering technique at the work culture. You know, I have always seen that I don't drink, but there are my colleagues who drink. They go for a drink with the manager, and some kind of rapport is developed, which indirectly helps them, which I don't think is the right thing. If you exclude this scenario, I think buttering is utterly delicious and it's yummy. Thank you.
I would like to invite Toastmaster Kunal. Kunal. Buttering is yummy. Toastmaster Kunal. Toastmaster Kunal. Buttering is yummy. Now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Kunal to give his speech. When I asked Toastmaster Kunal what does his friends think about him, he said for any party, maybe after the club meeting, the night party, all his friends will perceive him that he is someone who will drink milk, Amul milk at the party when others are drinking the beer. So that's the perception of others of him. And I'm sure I'll be there giving you company as well. Now to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Kunal, I call upon Toastmaster Stanish. As they say, a Toastmaster as different as. Today, Toastmaster Kunal is delivering speech Level 1 Project 4 from Effective Coaching. The purpose of this speech is for the speaker to give any speech on any topic, receive the feedback, and incorporate that feedback in the second speech. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. And I hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. And now I would like to thank distinguished Toastmaster Vinay Srivastava for giving an amazing speech.
Good evening, all Toastmasters and guests. Don't you feel pressurized or don't you feel nervous when you are asked to sing or speak in front of public? Do you have two left feet when you are asked to dance? I will give a solution to you which will increase your confidence. And it is not a liquor or hard drink. The solution is to go and visit any North Indian shadi or barat. Have you attended any North Indian barat or shadi? Okay. So if no one of you, if most of you have not attended, I'll take you there. I'll show you some scenes of that shadi or that barat. Barat means the procession where the groom is taken to the bride's door. In the same way, the goat is taken for the sacrifice. You know the best part about this barat? The best part is that the lead singer who is in the procession and who is singing, he does not know how to sing. And that is the reason why I'm here and why I'm doing this speech, because I also don't know how to sing. But still I'm attending this speech. Besuron ke Sartaj, Ganesh Srivastava. Now, the moment this Bharat starts. By the way, all this data has been taken from Wikipedia. Wikipedia actually consults me when they are doing the research on all these topics. So they call me for some special guidance and they have made me an honorary member of the Academy of Bharat Dancers and Singers. So when the Bharat starts, the lead singer who comes on the stage on
The Bluetooth device is waiting to help.
ये सभी आवाजें आपके स्टोर लाउड स्पीकर कंपनी के लाउड स्पीकरों से सुन रहे हैं जब भी आपको उम्दा किस्म के लाउड स्पीकरों की जरूरत हो तो स्टोर लाउड स्पीकर कंपनी के संपर्क स्थापित करें. That is how the Bharat starts. Now the first song, the moment the Bharat starts, they have to announce that the Bharat has started. आज मेरे यार की शादी है, आज मेरे यार की शादी है, शादी शादी ऐसा लगता है जैसे सारे संसार की शादी है, आज मेरे यार की शादी है. The next step is that they have to tell the bride that we are coming. मेहंदी लगा के रखना, डोली सजा के रखना, लेने तुझे ओ गोरी आएंगे तेरे सजना, मेहंदी लगा के रखना. I'm trying very hard to sing that, but I'm not sure whether I'm successful. After that, when all this is going on, the few of the groom's friends, they are drunk now, and they request for some daru song. Here comes the great Shabir Kumar, the Kishore Kumar of that era. मैं से मीना तेरा साकी से न पैर माने से दिल बहलता है मेरा आप क्या जाने से. Now the problem is that this particular singer, he also sings at the temples and sometimes he forgets. By this time, everybody is tired, and all the youngsters are dancing. Now, what happens is that, for the sake of oldies, heavies, the older generation, he sings a song which is soft. जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा वो हमनवाज. Now, while all this is happening, I am telling you mostly think about singing. Now, there's some dancing also which is happening. Now, in that dancing, there are various forms of dance. The first form is plucking the stars from the sky. Now, how it is done? So the singers, the dancers, the people who are dancing, they're just plucking the stars. The second dancing style is pumping air in cycle. Any song is going on. Third is kite flying. Now the best part of the dancing, and which I call as the, what should I say, the national anthem. This is called Nagin dance. Nagin dance, once it starts like this, it never ends. Now, while all this going on, the Bharat is reaching the doorstep. ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे. Now, the moment it reaches closer, the bride's side, they also start, singing from their side. So, सूरत दिल के छोटे नाम बड़े और दर्शन छोटे नाम बड़े और दर्शन छोटे. Now the groom side also wakes up. ओ मेरी ज़ोहरत भी तुझे मालूम नहीं. Now while all this going on, the Bharat reaches finally the Vidai. बाबुल की दुआएं लेती जा. Now the problem is that this singer is also a stand-up comedian, and he forgets also sometimes. बाबुल की दुआएं लेती जा, या तुझको पति बीमार मिले. Now you see, whatever confidence or lack of confidence you have, you will all forget that when you attend a shadi or a barat. Because there are worse singers and worse dancers than you are.
टोस्टमास्टर विनय, आज मेरे यार की शादी है, आज मेरे यार की शादी है. टोस्टमास्टर. I would like to thank Toastmaster Vidya for reading out the speech of the piece.
All the best to the distinguished Toastmaster Vinay. Thank you. The timing of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of the speech is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Distinguished Toastmaster Vinay is giving L1 Project 3 speech from the pathway Dynamic Leadership. I will now state the objectives of Distinguished Toastmaster. Thank you.
Speaker 2's speech is going to be evaluated by Speaker 3's speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Vidya. And this is a very good example of personal brand. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when we talk about Toastmaster Vidya? Party. Now, when I ask most of the role player, what is the thing, many struggle. So that is how one should be. A very good example of clarity of what one thinks about oneself, the brand, and what others also thinks about that person. Because when I asked Vidya, she also shared that others think about her is party. Now I think I'm a very disciplined person. I'm not going to ask everybody of my friends what they think about me. That might be a gap between what I consider and how my friends view me. And Saturday evenings are generally a double whammy. One, because we have the club meeting and the speeches. And second, because I give party in the terms of snacks. So now we'll have a small break and meet after 10 minutes.
क्या अपनी शक्ल लेकर आए क्या? On है ना? लड़की को क्या दुश्मन है? सीट से लंबा क्या क्या बोलना है? वो नोट करके रखा है। लंबा वो है।
Thank you.
And now I would like to thank Toastmaster Praveen for giving an amazing speech.
Have you ever come out of an interaction and said to yourself, oh no, I did not handle it well. So like we have to engage in lots of interactions to get things done, to manage expectations, to manage the perceptions. So we have to learn how to respond depending on the situation that we are in. So how do we learn that? Good evening, everyone. As this say, experience is the best teacher. But you can start off by looking at the communication styles that we have. The Toastmasters defines 4 styles. The first one is the dialect style, where the speaker is decisive. He is unambiguous and often forceful. An example of this is when your boss comes to you and informs you, I want this completed by the end of the day. Whatever you have to do. Now here the message that you have is absolutely unambiguous, and you don't have room to wriggle out of it. The next one, the next style is called the initiating style. So the speaker is enthusiastic, he is fun-loving, and he is spontaneous. So he is often perceived as being sociable. The next style is the analytical style, where the speaker employs logic and he is extremely precise. For example, when the boss informs you that you have to do this by the end of the day, you can inform him that this is the task list that you have given to me, and these are the priorities. So now you inform me which one I should drop out. And the last one is the supportive style, in which the speaker is calm and approachable, and he is perceived as being patient and amiable. Now, as a leader, we have to employ these styles in the right mix. So we may employ only one style, or we may employ more than one style. This reminds me of an incident when I was working in my old job, where I sometimes had to go with my bosses to meet the CEO to apprise him of how we were doing in our IT. Sometimes we did not perform the way the CEO expected us to. So based on the situation, he was supporting. So she asked us why you did not perform well and what were the issues you had. And if our answers were okay, then we used to leave it at that. But there were also situations where she was a bit unhappy. So then she used to start off by speaking to us directly. So why do I pay you such big salaries? If you are not able to do what I want, then after a while, when she saw that we were suitably intimidated, we used to change it to the supportive style and ask us as to why this happened. And in case we needed help, then we used to explain it to us in a logical way. So to be effective at communication, we must learn to have a stylish mix of these styles. As you go on employing these styles, you will also gain some experience. As for me, I tend to use the supportive style a lot, and I could do well to employ the direct style of the bit more. As it's some work situations, you have to interact in that way. So to conclude, I would like to just say that to be effective communicators, we have to employ the right stylish mix of all these styles. Over to you.
And now I would like to invite Toastmaster Praveen to give his speech. His speech is from the pathway Effective Communication, Presentation Mastery, Understand Your Communication Style. And to read out the speech objective, I would like to thank Toastmaster Dharmesh.
Today I will be evaluating one of the most avid speakers or Toastmasters of our club. And the purpose of this project is to learn different types of communication styles and then understand which type of communication style is. And the purpose of the speech is
to see the impact of his communication styles on others. So with that, I would like to thank you for the introduction. And now I would like to invite speaker number 2, Toastmasters Dharmesh. When I asked Dharmesh about a brand or how others look up to him or perceive him, he considers himself as Raymond. Anybody knows the tagline of Raymond?
Okay.
And to cross check that, when he asked his wife, she had a different opinion. Kurkure, peda hai par mera hai. It was an amazing speech given by our first speaker, Toastmaster Divyang Piyush. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please give a standing ovation.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the Toastmasters, please, hello, Toastmasters, and initially when I joined the Toastmaster Club, the people told me that you have to be icebreakers. I thought that there will be some icebreakers. It will be played by actual ice. There will be some better knowledge. Later, I will research on the origin of the word icebreaker, and I found out that actually icebreaker implies for it, which is deployed in seawater during winter season in seawater often freezes to break the ice. And nowadays, icebreaker term is used to establish a less direct relationship in totally awkward situation. Having said that, before I explain this in front of you, I would like to start my Toastmaster journey. I met my parents 28 years back. And I was so excited that I forgot about this. I was born as a second child out of 3 in Dhaka district, Bihar, and I have 2 sisters. One is younger to me, and one is younger than me. I spent most of my childhood in Dhaka district. During my childhood, I was good at studies, but I was equally good in sports also. I was so good in sports that I came third in a 100-meter race, but there were only 3 participants. I was also an extra player of our this cricket team, and they used to call me 12th man golden box. I didn't have a luxurious childhood, but I am grateful to my parents for working so hard for taking our family life better and imparting a good quality education. During my childhood, I was shy and introverted. I didn't like to talk much. I was not able to express my feelings or what I wanted. I was always afraid to tell my parents what I wanted, and I was also not aware about my interest there. After I completed my high school, my parents decided to send me to college. It was the first time in my life I had to take some important decisions about myself, particularly choosing a branch to study and moving in a completely different city. I ended up choosing engineering course of naval architecture and shipbuilding at Kochi University of Science, Kerala, as my engineering college because of my strong interest in design. My college life was very bit challenging, but there were plenty of growing and learning opportunities. I met amazing people, made new friends. Most importantly, I learned to live independently. I also learned various aspects of life. It was the first time that I started my part-time job of designing houseboats of LFP backwaters in Kerala. Those who are from Kerala can relate to this. After I completed my engineering, I got placed in Malabar Docks Builders Limited, which is a premier shipyard of India under the Ministry of Defence. It is primarily engaged in construction of warships and submarine for Indian Navy. And it is indeed a matter of great pride, honor, and privilege for me that I have been working here since last 7 years in design team. They say that life is a matter of choices, and I tend to agree with this statement. I took a right decision of joining Toastmaster Club, and I am hopeful that I chose to challenge myself to become a better communicator. I chose to challenge myself to build up my self-confidence, to overcome my fears, And I am hopeful that I have taken the right decision. And I am also hopeful that this particular skill that I am going through will make me a better person. It almost took 6 months to deliver my icebreaker's speech. I am not sure whether I have broken the ice. It's taken too long to write the bill. Thank you very much.
One of the benefit of reverse meeting, icebreaker, speaker getting standing applause both at the starting and at the ending as well. Something I'm sure he's going to remember. And now I would like to invite Toastmaster Divyam Piyush. When I asked Piyush, he said his friends see him as fearless, adventurer, go-getter, and a dream chaser. And to read out his speech objective, I would like to thank Toastmaster Sanjeev.
Today I would be evaluating Toastmaster Divyam Piyush, who would be attempting his icebreaker speech. His speech title is My Journey to the Moment. Speech length is 4 to 6 minutes. And the purpose of his speech is for the member to introduce himself person to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. All the best to Toastmaster Divyam Piyush. Thank you.
When I asked Toastmaster Sanjeev about himself, how others will perceive, he said, the brand with great details. Indeed, excellence lies in details. Now, continuing with the brand taglines, who would like to guess this one? The tagline is values stronger than steel. But everybody moves, remember, right? First, we have to raise a hand. No limits. Anybody? It's a steel company. What's the tagline for Kingfisher? Airtel. Airtel. Come on, anyone? Express yourself. Hero Honda. Yes. Okay, this you have to raise the hand, right? So I'm going to this is a simple one. Lace. Nobody knows. Lace.
No one can eat this one.
I thought multiple answers were. No, nobody could connect lace. Potato.
More healthy people. People are more healthy.
You and I are the only people who will drink milk. Cadbury 5-star.
Which meetha? Meetha.
जो खाए खो जाए. So this I'm telling the tagline, so you have to guess the brand. Journalism of courage. Yes. Neighbor, enemy, owner's pride. And nobody's playing by the games, eh? Bond term. The happiest place on earth.
Disneyland.
Disneyland. The ultimate driving machine. It's an international.
Volkswagen.
Who's another? BMW. BMW. Samsung. Do what you can. Can anybody tell me the brand tagline of Toastmasters? Not me.
Friendly to the social.
Everybody knows. Can someone tell me the brand promise of Toastmasters?
We provide positive minds.
Love mission. Love mission. But good. Someone, anyone? Empowering individuals through personal and professional development. So that is the brand promise of Toastmasters International, and that is something that resonates very strongly with me. Empowering individuals through personal and professional development. So when I was still am club leader, when I take club leadership roles, so that is something I've been always in my mind because the club offers a role is a stewardship role, and that how the promise is being delivered is to club officers. So we have to think and deliver that promise to the members of the club, and in return, we require the support of the club members as well, so that that promise can be delivered. So that is something which is very close to me, as I enjoy the Toastmasters a lot. Now, what is the importance of brand? If I tell mineral water, which name does come to you? If I say noodles, if I say toothpaste, a bit of 50-50. Both were able to do that. The thing is, if you look at this multinational companies, they are investing a lot in branding themselves. And that is a takeaway for us as well, coming to the beginning. That as Toastmasters, we are that selected few people who are choosing to spend their time, maybe on Saturday, and some more enthusiastic people, more time during their weekend and weekdays as well on the platform. How can we leverage that for our professional development as well? If you are getting a best speaker role or best act, why don't you put it on your status? If you are getting a certificate, a digital certificate for level completion, why not put it on LinkedIn? If your photo is coming as a Toastmaster of the day, or if you are taking a contest chair role where you are connecting with people with different organization, different background, that's an amazing opportunity to showcase your leadership skill. Why not put that on LinkedIn? Today is a digital world where the world has become very small. We have already made the decision that we want to work on ourselves. Why not leverage that for our benefit profession? We are already doing the work. So why not showcase that? So when I say personal branding, it's not about bragging that, okay, I'm doing this and this and this. We don't have to come with that space. Rather than look at it from a space of, these are the things I can help you with, and come with an attitude of service. How can I help? So that whoever is your audience, maybe in the digital world or in the physical world, who listens to you, they start thinking, how can I work with this person? Maybe as in an organization, as an employee, or maybe as an entrepreneur. Now, today's meeting is going to be comprised of 3 parts. First, we will have a prepared speech session. Then we will have the table topic session, and finally we will have a general evaluation session. And now I would like to thank the grammarian for reading out the script.
For the day, Toastmaster and the guest as a grammarian. So I want to play for all the speakers, territory to the language. So you know, I will take note of any improper language uses as well as any outstanding word for saying or not. As a grammarian, it's my duty to introduce the word of the day and the phrase of the day. So I have given this word of the day adroit. It means skillful. An example can be the members of the Angler Club are adroit in managing their club activities. And phrase of the day is double barrel. It means the two-sided drawback. An example can be John lost his job as well as got an accident on the same day. So it's a double whammy for him on the 10th. Thank you, Mr. Sunesh, for the warm welcome. I would like to invite grammarian Toastmaster Dheeraj. He says he is known for application of things. As an electrical engineer, if it takes up anything, it will be executed and applied. And now I would like to thank the R counter Toastmaster Divya for reading out her. Please.
At the art counter, my duty is to listen to these speeches very carefully and note down clutch sounds like filler words like but, so, like, filler phrases like so, and long and short pauses. And if some people have some favorite words like now, because, and so on. Thank you.
And now I would like to welcome Toastmaster Divya for reading out the R counter report. When I asked her how she is perceived, she said that she is perceived as Ambuja cement. The reason is because she provides emotional support to all the close friends. And now I would like to thank Timer Ruchi for reading out the timing guidelines.
How many of you remember studying only before exams, like not in the entire semester, only before the exams? Yes, I wasn't that good as well. Thinking back, I reflect that because I was feeling very super stressed during the exam days. And if I could have managed my time better, I would be in a better situation then. This is the importance of time. So as the timer for today's meeting, my role is to ensure that our proceedings run smoothly. And here's a quick overview of the timing guidelines. So prepared speeches should be between 5 to 7 minutes. Table topics should be between 1 to 2 minutes. And evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. I'll signal speakers with the green card at the minimum qualifying time, yellow card at the midpoint, and red card at the maximum qualifying. Also, speakers have 30 seconds grace before and after the allotted time. However, if the speaker exceeds the allotted time, they will be disqualified from it. So let us all showcase adroit time management skills in this Toastmasters.
And now I would like to invite Toastmaster Ruchi. When I asked her about a brand tagline, she shared it was the Pepsi's initial during the 90s. Anybody remember? Tagline. There was one more famous one. Yeah, right choice, baby.
A house.
And to help me with today's meeting, I have 3 supporting role players: the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. And with that, now I would like to thank the presiding officer for a warm introduction. And every time he introduces me and calls me Salman Khan, I'm afraid when he'll ask me to remove my shirt.
All Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sanish Babu. And there's a reason why I call him Salman Khan. And I would like him to tell the reason why. Yes, came only in my mind.
I think that speech was not on.
Great. No, so why whenever I see him, there was one Hindi film in that there was a character, and I think it was Paresh Rawal, and Paresh Rawal had a question mark here, and and I am constantly reminded of Master Sanesh Babu, because wherever how many of you are or the questions are asked, we always remember Sanesh. So today is the reverse meeting, as was explained to you earlier in the agenda, not before this meeting. And in the reverse meeting, actually, why should we do reverse meeting, or why do we talk about reverse meeting, and why is reverse treated as something which is not regular or not in a flow? I have just one thing in mind. Whenever you have to go somewhere, whenever you have to reach a destination, you first think of the destination. You do not think of how you are going to, do not think of the origin point. So you start from the reverse. You start from the end point. You start from your goal, which is a kind of a reverse scenario. Because if you are thinking linear, then you will think in these lines. I would like to know if there are any guests today. Okay, just a couple of lines of introduction. What are you expecting from this meeting? How did you hear about Toastmasters and everything?
Hello, my name is Shashank. I'm project control specialist in a Italian-based MNC. I'm looking forward to join this Toastmasters to get rid of my fear of public speaking and talking to people.
I guess anyone else? You can just stand there and introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Mumbai and I'm working with the construction industry. And I have joined this class to just remove my fear of public speaking. That is an hour.
Thank you.
And they have moving. I'm software freelancer. I cater to international clients. I'm here to get some leadership qualities to even improve my career and also cater more to international clients. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Om. I recently started a small company, a US-based company, and the reason why I'm here is that I do have some kind of fear when I'm talking to someone who's new. So I think I would want to improve that for this.
You're most welcome, and I would like to encourage you to take part in table topics today.
And I'm looking for a so I'm here the competition to be more impactful with the assignments and with my strengths.
Thank you for the guests, and with this, okay, yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Robin Sebastian. This is my second stint here as a guest. I was here a couple of months ago, but I was unable to continue because of personal commitments. I'm an HR professional, so speaking on stage and listening to people is not really me, it becomes part of my job. But I'm here just for upskilling purposes and of course and to get more confidence, especially when it comes to impromptu speaking and all that. So that's where I need even more of confidence. So I'm sure this particular session and this goes well.
With this, I would like to declare the meeting. And I would like to invite the Sergeant.
Thank you, Sergeant.
I would like to thank sir.
evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Libby, and I will be the sergeant at arms for today's meeting. I welcome all of you to meeting number 339, the meeting of Toastmasters Club. Before we start the meeting, I would like to mention a few ground rules that we follow for all Toastmasters meeting. Please turn off your mobile phone, switch them off or put them on silent mode. I'll give you 10 seconds to do that. If you have arrived late, kindly wait for the current speaker to finish or wait until you hear the applause before entering the room. Please refrain from crosstalks while a speaker is addressing the audience as it disrupts the speaker. Drinking water facilities and washrooms are available in the corridor. Please feel free to use these amenities during the break. Your cooperation in following these guidelines would be much appreciated. Please stand up for the club mission. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I hand over the stage to our presiding officer, DTM Bengal. We're done. With this, our reverse meeting is done. But what we're going to do now is we're going to have polls for all the role players. So we're not going to disqualify anybody despite what the timings say. We're going to have the polls for everybody. Just have to
You don't have to focus.
The link for the voting has been shared in our WhatsApp group as well as the guest group. Praveen, activate here. Is it still missing? Can we move on to the next, Praveen? Next one. Best auxiliary role player between the timer, R counter, and grammarian. Best evaluator. We had 4 evaluators: Sanjeev, Dharmesh, Vidya, and Sanish. The last is the table topics. I would like to invite our deciding officer to come and announce the results.
Since it's a reverse, the person who gets the least scores of the winner. We have the first result. Best tabletop speaker awarded to Toastmaster Yannick. Toastmaster Yannick. No, I'm also. Issues. Best evaluation. Issues. Mr. Dharmesh Joshi. Speaking for you. Hiram. Hiram. IRAMA. Lachit Kumar. Wow. 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 जो फोटो खींच रहा है वही दूसरा अवार्ड जीत रहा है वो भी पता चल सेल्फी है ओके Best Speaker awarded to Toastmaster Lalu. That's all for the day. I would like to invite Dilbyan. He has given his icebreaker speech today. Wonderful attempt. Now I would like to call upon Libby so that she brings some sanity to this.
I know I got the insanity.
The major fry is over now.
So we had promised Toastmasters Tony a session of table topics because I think we finished our meeting earlier. We have some time. If you guys are interested, we can have a proper table topics now. How many of you would be interested in that? Bas? Yes. कोई हाथ ही नहीं उठा रहा, बस हो गया. All of you said you joined here to.
Can just start anybody.
Yeah. So no hard feelings, but we're planning to have a table topic session here, and I'd like to call Toastmaster Sanish to take us through.
So, anybody have any time commitment, please feel free. But if not, if you have like, don't judge based on the last 2 hours, so it will be a great session. So whoever can do sit for next 15-20 minutes to enjoy the table topic session. If you can. So we'll have a table topic session. So for the guests who are not aware, just sit for 15-20 minutes, we'll have the table topics. Who would like to go first? We will come back to you because you have the prepared speaker. Do go first.
This one is fine.
So, Robin, make every movement count. Make every movement count, Robin. Good evening, everyone. I'm Robin Sebastian. When it comes to making some moment memorable, I'm sure that happens when something interesting happens in your life, right? So, one thing I would like to say about my experience on means when you talk about memorable holidays, right? So I have been for so many holiday trips with my family, and there have been some trips which are very memorable and that makes it very interesting and it just bees with you throughout. And one such trip was my trip with my family to Mahabaleshwar. And one very interesting and funny incident happened during that time when we had a very we didn't have a proper planning as such for that particular trip, and it so happened that we were at one water park over there early in the morning, and I had eaten something in the previous day, and so I had a stomach upset. And so I had to quickly rush, into the washroom. And we were in the water park, and I had to rush quickly. And then I accompanied, in fact, my son accompanied me. And ultimately, the washroom that I had to use was a ladies' toilet. And fortunately, there was nobody there at that point of time. So that one incident was so funny and it's so memorable in my family's. Whenever we go for a holiday, my wife reminds me of this thing. So that's when. So these are some moments that really stays in your mind and memories forever. And one thing I'd like to say is that such moments and such things should always be cherished in our lives, and we should make each moment of our life memorable with these such trips and in such beautiful moments with our family. So thank you very much. Who would like to go next? So, come on, guys, I want to see more hands up. Everybody stay back because you want to participate, right? Toastmasters Tony, watch for big problems, they disguise big opportunities. Watch for big problems, they disguise big opportunities. Good evening, Toastmasters and friends. Can I see show of hands for people who have never ever faced problem? Okay, what about people who have faced some problems? Other than Vinay, Toastmaster Vinay, known as this one, I don't know how to put that, but there's this one lesson that I have learned here at this very stage of Toastmasters is that success is a tower which is made out of bricks on failures. Let me repeat that. Success is a tower which is made out of bricks called failures. Now, there would be opportunities which would be disguised in the form of some kind of a trouble, some kind of an issue, some kind of a problem. And what is our evolutionary instinct asking us to do? It is asking us either to fight it or to flee. And what is it that most of us think, which is a rule? We try to flee. Now, why is it that some of us did not raise our hands for the table topics opportunity? Because we're scared. Yes or yes? Yes. We are scared. We want to hide. And this is that problem that we need to tackle by not going around it, but by going through it. And this was one statement I had made last time when I visited Agile Toastmasters, which is, do that thing which you fear, and your fear will disappear. So the next time, in fact, right now, in the next 1 minute, when the opportunity shows up, shoot your hands up, come here and be a winner.
What I want to see a lot of hands. So who wants to go next?
Toastmaster Kunal, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. Toastmaster.
Good evening, everyone. I think we just discussed about problems and so beautifully explained about beautifully explained about the problems. So everyone has problems. I don't think so. Even the richest person in the world is problem free. Even Mukesh Ambani would have been having his own problems. So whenever we have problems, there are two things. Either we just give up or we keep trying. If you give up, you're gone. You never stand up again. But if you keep trying and fighting it, definitely you will do. So one very important thing that we need to understand is keep motivating yourself that this shall too pass. If that motivation comes into your mind, no matter how big the problem is, you will be able to overcome it. Because you are positively motivating yourself. Remember, friends, external motivations can help, but it cannot help as much as internal own motivation can help. Let there be multiple psychologists you visit, let there be multiple motivational speakers you go. But unless you yourself are not motivated enough, nothing can help you. So it's very important that whenever you face downtime, whenever you face a problem, always tell yourself, I'm going to fight this, I'm going to face this, because I'm confident that this shall be passed. Thank you. Thank you, I really wanted to participate.
The moment I called him, that reminded me, $1 million smile to say this. The moment he got the opportunity. Shasha. Please give the applause. Shasha, what motivates you? What motivates you? Shasha.
Hello everyone. My name is Shashank. What motivates you? There are a lot of things that can motivate people in life. Well, what motivates you is something which keeps going on doing something, I'm pursuing something. some results follow after some execution of actions. That results, motivates me to do further in the course of my journey. And motivation actually is very important for the person to drive through the walks of life. And everyone has their own motivation. Everyone has to create their motivation from self, from within, not from the outside. Because machine should be self-start, not be started from the outside support. And so motivation is very important and it should be within.
Next, in the interest of that, I'm catching hold of the people and cutting back on my comments. Your turn. When life gives you lemons, make lemon. When life gives you lemon, make lemonade.
Hello everyone. When life gives you lemon, make it lemonade means when life gives you an opportunity, you should make best use out of it. So maybe it was the same with me. I came over here to learn something, but Toastmasters has given me a chance to speak on this. I'm not very confident at this moment to speak in front of you, but I'm still trying. And just to make the topic little relatable to you, I have been. I will try to give whatever there is. Whatever the opportunity is given to me, I will try to make best out of it, use out of it, and that's let it be in any field, like maybe in my work also, and maybe in this stage also. So when I'm getting a chance and I'm trying to connect with all the people, and the way I can deliver my speech to everyone.
For that amazing speech. That reminds me of a quote: courage is not the absence of fear, it's doing what needs to be done in spite of it. So it was great to see you come over and give the speech. I still remember my impromptu first attempt, I couldn't speak, so it was a silent one. Who would like to go next? Venkatesh. Venkatesh, what makes you smile? What makes you smile?
So, thanks, Luis, for the opportunity. What makes me smile? Like, the topic is very, very interesting. It is like close to everyone. Smiling, everybody loves. So, smile comes with you're doing your thing or the thing you're passionate about. Like for me, I smile when I complete say 1 hour marathon or like 1 hour long run. So that makes me always smile. I wanted to do it many times, but because of certain things because of improper planning, many times I fails to do exercises. So many times I feel happy, and that makes me smile when I do my activities that I suppose and I expect to do myself. When I finish at the end of the day, I feel happy and
last one, so who would like to go? We'll have to come. Toastmaster Divya, never fail to try more. Never fail to try more. Toastmaster.
Good evening, everyone. This is my first time attending table topics conversation, and yeah, I mean, you get surrounded by a lot of problems and failures, and when you try to evaluate about your situation, you might get something different out of it. You might get a new opportunity which might be hidden in that scenario. So
Never fail to try.
yeah. So yeah, do not stop trying. So if you feel stuck somewhere, like as I said, if you evaluate your situation, you will get to know what you could do something different out of it. That might help you to push yourself into a new direction. Never stop trying. And
Toastmaster Dharmesh, try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Someone else's cloud.
Cloud.
Try to be happy spot for someone. Be a reason for happiness.
How many of you have helped somebody? Most of us we feel that we are selfish and we try to be aim for our own happiness. But sometimes it is always better that to make others happy or others feel happy. Like for instance, my son normally during this vacation he says that Papa play, and yesterday he had made his complete area a home. He had made into a fun zone, and he had made various activities. For some reason, I could not do that activity, but others, my parents and my wife, they did that activity. And at the end of that, my son came to me and said, Papa, you should have done this. It would be really fun. So I thought to myself that if his creativity later today, I tried that thing and I found that it was very creative. And I learned that sometimes it is important to forget about ourselves and think of them and give a rainbow in their cloud so that they will feel happy, they will feel motivated to do things.
And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you everyone for participating. One line before leave. Initially, I used to look at how much I can speak, what I can speak on the topic. Later on, the focus shifted on can I raise my hand. So for every table topic, I would encourage you guys. Don't think whether you can come over here and speak. Just raise your hand. When I joined initially, there was one hand was Sudarshan, who was a student over there, and he was very afraid. But the moment table topic master used to come over, he just used to raise his hand. So he used to beat everyone by raising his hand first. So don't think about what you are going to speak, how you are going to speak. Just give yourself the permission to be over here. The more chances you take it up, gradually that growth you will see in this.
Can we come for a group photo?